What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for taking some time in your day to listen to me. I really hope I can bring you some value with this video. I know the title, you may already understand what a calorie deficit is. I just want to go over that in kind of more detail, break it down for you, make it really easy for you to understand. So if I bring you any value with this video, appreciate a like, maybe a comment for the algorithm, and let's get right to it, guys. Okay, so first thing I want you to understand is what a calorie is. Essentially, the most basic definition, it's a unit of measurement for energy. That's it. It's a unit of measurement for energy, so it is constant. It doesn't change. A calorie is a calorie because it's a unit. It's not actually anything. It's just a unit we use to measure energy. So if we replace the word calorie with energy, because they're interchangeable, because calories are just measuring energy, it would be an energy deficit, okay? Energy deficit. So essentially this means you are taking in less energy than you need in a day. So that means you're in an energy deficit. You're taking in less than your body needs in a day. So every single person on this planet needs a certain amount of energy to maintain their body weight. Currently, I'm about 177 pounds. I roughly need around 2,800 to 3,000 calories to maintain my body weight. So what this means is if I eat that amount of calories, 2,800 to 3,000 roughly, I won't change in weight. Maybe some water weight fluctuations, but I won't gain or lose any fat. Okay, that's what pretty much that means. It's what we call your maintenance calories. And essentially, a calorie deficit is where you're taking in less calories than your maintenance calories. So if I was eating 2,000 calories instead of 2,800, I would be in an 800 calorie deficit. I'm taking in 800 calories less than what my body actually needs in a day, creating an energy deficit. Keep in mind, I'm using energy and calories interchangeably here because they're pretty much the same thing. Don't stress about it too much. They're literally the same thing. Calories are measuring energy. I really want to emphasize that. That's all it is. It's just a unit of measurement. So pretty much you're just taking in less energy than you need in a day. That's what a calorie deficit means. You're taking in less energy than your body needs to maintain its weight. And what this does, it makes you lose weight. This is how you lose weight. This is the only way to lose weight. The way. Like there's no other way to lose weight. You cannot lose weight at all if you are not in a calorie deficit. So from the example before, if my maintenance calories are 2,800 and I'm taking in 2,000 calories, I'm in an 800 calorie deficit. So you still need to make up for that deficit. Your body still needs that energy, okay? And it's gonna get that from stored forms of energy, mostly in the form of fat. You can also use muscle for energy and break down proteins, but mostly it's gonna take it from adipose tissue, fat, and that's what's gonna make up for that deficit and give you the energy your body needs. And this is how you essentially lose fat. You are making up for the energy deficit, so your body needs to take stored forms of energy in fat and give you that energy. So you eventually lose fat because you're losing stored forms of energy because you have to use it up because you're taking in less energy than you need in a day, and you still need to get that energy somehow. So you're gonna get it from stored forms of energy. You know, I'm not gonna get into crazy metabolism science here. I just wanna make it really easy for you guys to understand. You're taking less energy than you need. You need to make up for that deficit. You're making up for it by taking stored forms of energy on your body, which is usually fat. You can break down muscle, but we don't want that, so we want to take it from fat. And that's pretty much how you lose fat. That's it. You're in a calorie deficit. The way you make this calorie deficit does not matter. It doesn't. If you're in a calorie deficit from keto, if you're in a calorie deficit from using intermittent fasting, paleo, it doesn't matter. You're going to lose fat the exact same way. It's by being in a calorie deficit. It's not the diet itself. It's the calorie deficit that makes you lose fat. I feel like a broken record. I know I'm saying that over and over again, and I know if you guys follow me on TikTok, I say that so often, but I really want to emphasize that point. Like, it doesn't matter the diet. The calorie deficit is what matters. Okay, now how do you apply this? How do you use your calorie deficit? So first thing you need to do is find your maintenance calories, the amount of calories you need to maintain your body weight, okay, like I already said. Now, to do this, I recommend using an online calculator, which I will link in the description below, but remember, these calculators are not 100% accurate. They're just based on math equations that are a rough estimate. It'll probably put you in a good ballpark, which is why I recommend using them at the start. So I recommend getting a number from one of these calculators, the one I link in the description, it's pretty solid, and then doing some trial and error with this number it gives you. So I want you to eat at what the calculator says for probably around 2 weeks. Monitor your weight. If you're actually maintaining your body weight, this is a good idea for your maintenance calories. And you could safe to say, hey, this is my maintenance calories. The calculator told me it was 2,500. I'm maintaining my weight, eating 2,500 calories. Hey, the calculator is dead on. But what if you're gaining weight or losing weight on these calories? You're gonna have to make adjustments because the calculator may not 100% be accurate. So I don't want you to only just do what the calculator says, because it could be off by, 500 calories for yourself. It's very variable depending on the person. For some people, it'll be 100% dead on. For others, 300, 500 calories off, maybe 100 calories off. It really depends. So that trial and error period is very essential. A lot of people just skip it and do what the calculator says. Please do not do that. And once you get a good idea of your maintenance calories, what I want you to do is take off 300 to 500 calories from this. So you're creating an energy deficit, a 300 to 500 calorie deficit. So you're taking in 300, 500 calories less than whatever your maintenance is, and that's how you're gonna lose fat, and that's gonna be at a good rate. I'm gonna make a whole nother video on good rates of weight loss, but that's what I would usually recommend, starting around 300 to 500 calorie deficit. That's gonna roughly, if you're in a 500 calorie deficit for 7 days, that's gonna be roughly 1 pound of fat loss a week, ideally. So that's why it's pretty ideal. You don't wanna be going too fast, and that's a whole nother video, but that's what I usually recommend. 300, 500 calories off of your maintenance to start. I really hope I made that easy for you to understand. If I didn't, leave a comment and I will try and help you out best I can. I really want that everyone to understand this concept because it is essential to lose weight and fat. So you really do need to understand what a calorie deficit is. I hope I broke it down. I don't want to make things very complicated for you. I want you to come to me for very applicable, easy to understand information. I'm not trying to give you all the scientific background, all the metabolism science, all this shit. You don't need that. That's not applicable. Why do you need to know that, right? Like, I'm not gonna give you that information overload when it'll just complicate shit for more. So I want you to come to me for, applicable information that you can actually use in your daily life. There's no point in making this channel unless I'm providing you value. So I really hope I did with this video. If I didn't, maybe leave some criticism down below, and I really appreciate you guys coming to me for some information. So thank you so much. I will see you in the next video.